Okay, welcome to the Town Promotion Committee meeting, everybody, and welcome to anyone who's online. So it's 10th of June and it's 7 o'clock. So the following agenda item 1, apologies. Have we got any apologies?
Yes, we have a personal commitment from Councillor Crittenden and for Councillor Ovenden, and Councillor Nixie and Councillor Moore are unwell.
Okay, thank you. I think that's it, isn't it? Yeah, no one else. Okay, agenda item 2, declarations of interest. To receive declarations of interest in respect of items on the agenda, councillors are reminded to declare any dispensations granted. No declarations of interest? No. Right. Agenda item 3, minutes. So, number 1, to approve the minutes of the ordinary meeting of the Town Promotion Committee held on the 3rd of February 2026 as a true record. So can I have a proposer? Can I have a seconder, please? Okay. We approve those minutes. All those in favour? Thank you. I am. I've got my hand up. You have as well. Number 2, to note the minutes of the Town Enhancement Working Group held on the 19th of March 2026. So we happy with those? We approve those? All those in favour? Yeah. Thank you. And then number 3, to note the minutes of the active Ramsgate Working Group held on the 31st of March 2026. Only questions of record can be considered. Yeah. Anyway, all those in favour of the active Ramsgate? Agreed. Thank you. Oh, we've done in 10 minutes. No. Okay. Agenda item 4, working groups. To receive a written report from Mrs. R. Smith, Rebecca, Town Centre and Tourism Manager, and confirm the arrangements for the Visit Ramsgate Working Group and Town Enhancement Working Group for 2026-27. Right, so Rebecca, do you want to just talk quickly?
Yeah, members will recall that during the last council year, the Town Promotion Committee operated with 2 working groups, and that's the Active Ramsgate and the Town Enhancement Working Group. And these groups have continued to report back to the committee with recommendations. The report that I've written proposes that we have updated arrangements for this financial year, including the continuation of Town Enhancement Working Group, but to establish the Active Ramsgate Working Group and rename it as the Visit Ramsgate Working Group, which is in line with the active cultural and heritage tourism that we're now using as a sort of single approach. So there's updated terms of reference, which are presented in both groups, alongside meeting schedules for the 2 meetings per year, which is aligned with seasonal priorities and committee reporting. And then members are asked to consider and approve the terms of reference and to appoint chairs, vice chairs and membership for each group to enable us to continue into the new council year.
Okay, so let's see, to have this bit on now. Oh yes, it's okay. So members looked over the Visit Ramsgate Working Group. So that's the new terms of reference, and we'll do that first. So that's Appendix 1.
Item 5 and item 4. Here we are.
What was the meeting we meant to decide on then? So it's 3. Approve the
Membership.
So yeah, 3 elected members for RTC.
And the chair and the vice chair.
Yeah.
and also the meeting dates.
Okay, so the Visit Ramsgate Working Group, what was it before? That was
It was you, Helen, and Tony Covender, but essentially it's the town promotion
Yes.
committee.
I was going to say, could I just ask, Terry, I mean, because basically what it said is to agree, so that we haven't got those people here
No,
who can say, I suppose, what we could do, if I may be so bold, is just to say the committee would recommend
the councillors who were here before.
And then we can alter that should they
Not want to do it.
decide not
Okay.
to want to do it.
Okay, so that was Councillor Ovenden, Councillor Hudson, Councillor Crittenden. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if there are more people anyway, that's fine. But obviously, yeah, that should be okay.
And is that for both? Is that for both?
Well, let's do, I'm not sure actually, because.
Yeah, if we
So
start
what
with
was-
the Visit Ramsgate.
Let's do the Visit Ramsgate one first. So 3 elected members. So do we approve that? Subject to them being happy with, I mean, obviously I'm happy to be a member of it, so
Yeah.
I'm sure Councillor Crittenden is, so it's just Councillor Ovenden. So do we approve that? You happy with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question was Rebecca,
Well, you have to approve the draft terms of reference, so we're obviously going through those, but
Yeah.
specifically to agree the chair,
okay, which would be Councillor Crittenden.
Yeah.
And the vice chair would be me.
Yeah.
So you happy with that?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit difficult because we haven't got anyone else here, but
Well, I know they would like to agree, Chair. I'm pretty sure.
it'll be fine. Councillor Chris Keane.
so, okay.
And you're happy with the terms of reference then? The
I think
working
so.
group, Visit Ramsgate Working Group.
Yeah.
And also the dates.
Right, so sorry, I haven't got this bit of paper, it's on my, unless I live on my computer. That's right. So Rebecca's suggesting these dates, 2nd of July, 10 till 12, and the 14th of January, 2027, 10 till 12. So the next 2 meetings, so it's 2 a year. So you happy with that?
Happy with that?
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
Anything that note says about.
So we're happy to approve?
Yeah, we approve that, so all those in favour?
Agree.
Yeah. Thank you.
Do we need to do all those in favour for all 5 of those?
Do we need to do them for
Answers?
both, for all of them?
So to approve the draft
Okay.
terms of reference, which we've done, to agree a chair of the Visit Ramsgate Working Group,
Okay, do we approve that?
Yeah,
Yep.
agreed.
to agree vice chair for the Visit Ramsgate Working Group,
Agreed.
to agree the membership,
Yep.
which we've amended slightly, you've said recommends subject to approval
Yes.
from the members that
Yeah.
aren't here,
Yeah,
and to agree the dates. for
yeah,
the Visit
which we've
Ramsgate.
agreed, yeah, fine,
Everybody
yep.
agree?
Thank you. Right, and then we go on to the Town Enhancement Working Group, so it's the same thing, it's different.
Yeah.
Terms of reference. So 3 elected members. And again, I can't remember who was on the original working group. It was
Well,
me
it's
and
got-
Helen, so it
You've
must,
got, College Chair, you've got Mrs Morgan and Mr Mills.
right, well, they're the,
And of
The
course,
officers.
and of course, Mrs.
yeah, but it says 3 elected members, so.
Yeah, so I take it to be, it'll be the same.
Same, yeah.
It'll be the same.
So we,
I was just wondering, Chair, if I may say, would it be appropriate to have a reserve to cover.
Probably.
both those.
Yeah,
I'm happy to.
okay. So you could be reserved on both, you
I'm
happy
going
with
to
that?
reserve on both
Okay.
if you
Okay.
agree with
Just
that.
as you haven't got enough to do already,
I
but
know,
yes.
but I'm just thinking
Okay,
in case,
no, it's
you
just
know.
in case of illness or whatever.
Well,
Okay,
yeah.
are you happy with that then, Rashan? Yeah. We'd do that on both,
Yeah,
yeah.
So we have to go through
And
that.
then again, we've got the dates, so I haven't got that.
Have the dates on.
It's another bit of paper, isn't it?
They're in March and September, but
Let me just look on my computer.
I can't actually.
Computer's got wet.
you all go swimming in now.
Oh no, I did have to dive in.
Oh, here they are. So. So Thursday, the 17th of September,
Yeah,
at 10 till 2,
Yeah.
10 till 12 rather. And then Thursday, the 4th of March, 2027, 10 till 12.
yeah, that seems fine to me, so we're happy
Yeah.
with that?
Happy with that,
Yeah.
agree?
Okay, so is everyone happy with the terms?
Terms of reference, you
Terms
happy
of
with
reference,
those?
yes.
Yeah.
Agree.
With the addition of adding,
It's addition of adding council
Council
one
and-
to both the Visit Ramsgate Working Group and the Town Enhancement Working Group.
and then to agree.
So to be a chair would be councillor Crittenden. Are you happy with that? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Anything in interest, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
For that, yeah.
And the vice chair is me. Are you happy with that?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So agree the membership of the Visit Ramsgate, sorry, the Town Enhancement
Yep.
Group.
Which includes three
Councillor-
elected members,
Yeah,
lead technicians, which is Mrs. Morgan
Yeah.
Mills, myself, marketing and communication officer, and that's Miss Kelly,
yeah,
and then other representatives
yeah, as
that
and when.
we
Yeah,
invite.
okay.
Would you be happy to reserve?
Yes, yeah, we can to include that.
Just
Yeah,
in case, you know.
Okay, and so members
Agree?
to
yeah, you agreed with that?
and happy on membership, so happy with the dates for the
Yeah.
Ramsgate, the Visit Ramsgate Working Group.
Okay. So that's item 4, done. Item 5, thanks.
Right.
We have to finish by 9 o'clock, so that should be fine. Right, agenda item 5, budget, to receive a report from Spiegler, Town Clerk, regarding the electricity costs for decorative lighting budget, which is currently higher than required, and to consider whether and how any surplus funds should be relocated or vowed. Members are invited to make a recommendation to council. It is noted that no data entry for 2026-27 has taken place, whilst the previous financial year is audited. This is due to commence shortly. I think it has been audited, hasn't it, the accounts?
If it's,
Inviting.
Time writing, right, okay.
yeah.
Okay, so, let's see. So you've got the budget from the town clerk, item 5. It's all pretty self-explanatory, really. So this is the previous budget from last year, but there's been some underspends because I think
Yeah.
Councillor Crittenden and Mrs. Smith have been quite clever. They've over budgeted for some of the items, haven't they? So anyway, there's been an underspend. So after the We Love Ramsgate leaf and the Visit Ramsgate leaflets. That's got it down to £36,471.99. So it was recommended by the committee and approved by the council last year that any underspends from the town promotion committee for last year will be carried over into this year and used for decorative lighting and electricity costs. At the time, the underspend was expected to be £8,500, not over £36,000 as it is now. If the decorative lighting and electricity cost budget is kept to the originally planned £8,500, there's then a surplus of £27,971.99. So please note the underspend may seem high, however, it is in keeping with most of the town council budgets where we tend to over budget rather than risk under budgeting. So Laura said the recommendation would be the committee is asked to consider if the recommendation should be made to the council as to where this money should be used. So it's the £27,971.99. There are two projects mentioned elsewhere on the agenda that might be considered suitable, which is the West Cliff Arcade lighting and the lamppost banner. So we'll get down to that later, I think.
Absolutely.
So I think leave that for the moment, have that in your head, what we could spend it on, some of it anyway. So, I mean, with the West Cliff Arcade was about £9,000, the lamppost banners was £8,000, I'm not sure. So you still get £10,000 left, even if we spend that money on these two projects. So, any comments on that? Or
I just, Chair, in relation to the banner lamp posts. Now I'm taking it, if I could ask them.
multiple.
It's that, how big are these banners? Are they the ones that are like a oblong kind of shape that will go on lamp posts and?
Yes, so they're 1,800 mil, 1.8 metres.
How much is that?
It's just slightly about up to Councillor Alban's shoulders.
Right.
And they're 80 centimetres wide. So they're quite big.
Yeah.
If you may remember the Moor 2 ones a few years ago that Thanet District Council had some funding and they did them all around the aisle. So they're similar to those sizes, slightly bigger.
Okay.
So, just a question, do we have to ask consent from KCC if it's their lighting or TDC if it's their lighting?
Can we discuss this when we get to that agenda
up to you, Chair, big fun.
Yeah. Something to think, I mean, we can, no, let's do it later. I'll do it in order. Sometimes I get confused.
No.
But no other comments then on, I mean, this is basically, you know, it's good news because we've got money. We got money. So, okay, let's go down, let's do the other bits. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So we're down on to
note.
So we note that no data entry for 26-27 has taken place whilst the previous financial year is audited. And this is due to commence shortly.
Yeah.
And then just to note the report.
And then we will note the report.
Yeah.
Thank you. So can we have a proposal and a seconder for that?
Yeah,
To note the
I'll
report.
propose that, Chair.
Right, Roshan to second. So all in favour? Thank you. So item 6, council events. So number 1, to receive an interim written report from Mrs Smith, Town Centre and Tourism Manager, providing an update on the Eurovision event and Operation Dynamo. Due to these events taking place so recently, further feedback is still awaited from businesses and stakeholders. So, Rebecca, would you like to just have a brief run through?
So hopefully you've enjoyed having a read through and looking at all the pretty pictures.
Yeah, very pretty.
So we've tried and do them in order. So first event since we last met was the Eurovision screening party, which I have to thank Gemma for all her help with that because she was brilliant with the promotion. radio interviews, and BBC obviously were down here as well. So great coordination, and we had a fantastic time with the support of Queen's Head and Video Illusions. Wilmot Dixon, again, Gemma managed to get them to sort out some external electricity supply, which was fantastic, because we were again able to use it the following weekend. So that worked out really, really well. And they installed it especially for us. So and also sorbettos were part of the event, and made jam roly poly Sundays because it's part of the lyrics of Eurovision.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it was a fantastic turnout. We had some concerns through Safety Advisory Group, which we addressed, and it went really, really well. And considering the weather, it was fantastic. So we had basically winter that weekend, raining, and the following weekend we had a heat wave and 4 days of intense heat.
Which was a challenge.
Which again was a really successful event. I think personally, and most of the feedback I've had, we got the tone right in terms of, obviously it was about commemoration and celebrating these little ships and what was achieved in 1940. And we were lucky that the council had obviously funded the 338 Ramsgate Remembers installation, which, you know, was helping to highlight that. Also with stakeholders, the wonderful new additions to the harbour. Our technicians also managed to get the World Origins site plaque up. We've also all the information boards, so visitors had 14 information boards around the harbour, which was fantastic. And then, of course, the actual commemoration, we had the Silent Return, We Are Shadows parades, which I'm particularly pleased and relieved about, and they worked very, very well. And we had some of the music, so there was just the right amount of music of that time. The children were making things for the boats. We've 270 kids through the workshops that weekend.
Good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, obviously we had the large parade on the Sunday, and for the first time also we had the visit the little ships, should I say? And it's very hard to say when you have a dry mouth. And they were really successful. The credit to Kevin Finn, the ex-commodore of the Association of Dunkirk Little Ships. He did amazingly well. People came off really, really respectful and had learnt a lot about the little ships. He did them proud. And there were other events. We had Winston Churchill. I think that's had 65,000 views, that little video we did of him. But people love him being there, and he did lots of different things. So he went to other elements that the town was involved with, the Royal Temple Yacht Club, Queen's Head, and so on. In terms of engagement, I mean, we had, I'd say, well, we had on a par with last year, if not more. The weather obviously helped. And then, without sort of going into too many of the operational issues, which are in the report, just to say that this was the first time we were trying to manage a road closure in lieu of Martin's Law coming into force next year, which means that when we close a road, we have to close it good and proper, and we can't be allowing cars to come in and out. So that is something we've really got to think about.
There were a few issues, some people tried to come down the road.
There were lots of issues. So those are things that we're going to meet with the Harbour Master. We've had a debrief with the technicians, and we will take those concerns and recommendations for how we can implement a safe road closure
next year.
for next year. So that's it in a nutshell. So it's really just to ask members to note the contents of the report.
Do you want to say anything?
I just need to make a comment, Chair, if I may.
Yeah, please do.
I just wanted to say, well done you. No, it's a really, really great event.
Note that in, obviously you're writing your And as the town promotion committee, can we formally say thank you to everybody and wholehearted thanks, because it was such a
All the decisions as well.
Yeah, so
really hard.
so some acknowledgements you've had in item 3.
Yes, so
Rebecca
there's
saying Ramsgate Town Council technicians, Queen's Head, Crawley Taverns, Association of Little Ships, Royal Temple Yacht Club, Standing with Giants, Organisation Ramsgate Tunnels, Royal Naval Association, QRA Courts of Drums, RAF Manston History Museum, Harbour Master and Harbour Teams, Vicar Paul Wallage, Mayor's PA, Eileen Richard and the Town Sergeant, the Mayor, the Chair.
I was running up.
You and Gemma.
Yeah.
Volunteers and marshals, with a special mention to new VIC recruit Tony Taylor, who supported the event throughout the 4 days. So, I mean, plus many other people.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
can you formally sort of say that thanks from us to everybody?
I will, yes.
I mean, is there any way we can say thank you to Kevin Finn?
Yes, so
From part of Ramsgate Town Council, the hard work actually he put into this.
yes.
It's incredible.
There were so many. So with Royal Temple Yacht Club.
It's both, I think.
Royal Temple Yacht Club is, of course, referencing specifically Chris and Karen Cox.
Yeah, Karen.
So, is there anything maybe the Mayor or the Mayor's Secretary PA could write a letter of thanks to?
Yeah. I think that would be good. Yeah. Yeah,
Good idea.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah. I would like
I
to.
do have some concerns.
Steve, Councilwoman.
I do have some concerns. And the concerns I had was the amount of hours that our staff work.
Especially in the heat. But that's one of the things.
Yes,
from
I
came back.
understand that, but I think it would be wrong of me as the chair of the council not to mention this, because we have a duty of care
Yes.
on our staff, and I didn't realise that they were working hours like that. So I think next time that we do anything like this, we need to work it out properly. And you, young lady,
I mean, it was a lot of work generally.
the amount of work that
Too
you
much.
put into it on days,
And it's,
I only come down for a couple of hours on the Saturday morning, and then on the Sunday, it was standing around. But
It was a long week, wasn't it?
it was, but I just wanted to make that clear. So,
can I make a note of that? Yes, thank you. So,
and a big thank you from me as the chair.
also, because it was so many different events as well, I mean, I mean, to be honest, personally, I think it was actually a bit too much work that you were given, all of you. But anyway, that's the way it worked out. But
Even I myself, I started on Thursday, I did the first time the UN Diversity and Cultural Day. Again, thank you to Gemma and Rebecca, obviously, with everything, supporting me with the event. But it went so well. I just couldn't believe it, isn't it? Hundreds of people turned up, honestly.
that's good.
It was really, really well. And, the music, which Gemma actually, helped me with. And Ramsgate Radio, they gave me the speakers, and Gemma uploaded the music, international, all the songs and everything. So it went really well. And I think the main thing was the businesses in Harbour Street. Everybody joined in.
Yeah.
Which was really good.
Well, all the positive economic.
I think that was really good.
Lots of people coming into the town.
Coming together, it's just within 3 weeks of preparation. It went so well. I couldn't believe it.
I'll just make one more comment, Chair, if On the Saturday, the Saturday to come down and met with Rebecca and Maxine and whatever. And it was disappointing that we didn't have proper support from Thanet District Council in relation to various things, which I won't go into at the present time. So I think that's something that,
to take away.
that we need to ensure it doesn't happen next year. And just to say as well that what I'm trying to do at the present time is to get a charter, Ramsgate Town Council charter with Thanet District Council, so that we have joint working agreement. So then they can't get out.
Because, it's going to be every year, so.
And it works the same for Broadstairs.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Was there an issue with the toilets as well?
Yes, so,
And
Yes,
that
there
was
was.
a big issue, everybody complained about that as well.
well, the problem,
I think they got blocked up as well.
Yeah, so that's something we really have to be very, very
but
careful.
what we're talking about is communication, because there was no communication about it.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we need to resolve.
So all those points, Rebecca, that you made about in the sort of wash up, review of it, I think it's really important, to, as you say, to bring forward to next year, so you know what problems are going to be. So you've talked to the technicians and to us and.
Everything, so many things, the Eurovision Song Contest, and that is, so everything sort of happened within the. One after another, I was exhausted, I was shaking.
Well, unless we get another Ramsgate person that's going to be doing it. It ain't happening next year.
No.
Okay.
I wonder, one question, the police, did you talk to the police at all before did they sort of give any advice or about,
They were very supportive.
Right.
Did
they actually
in all the events, actually, including Pirate Day. I happened to, there was a concern about a certain sort of meet-up that may have happened. It's become a bit of a national thing. And I emailed the Chief Inspector and some of our local officers on the Friday night, and by 7:00 Saturday morning I had a response to say we're on it, we know, and I was able to reassure the event organisers. So that's the sort of great working relationship we have with the officers. So they were really good.
some of the police come to the events?
Yeah,
They've been always out there.
there was definitely
6 or 7 on
it was a good presence.
Sorry, I wasn't here, I was away on holiday, but that's good.
Yes. And we had incidents on the first night, and they were
There.
professional and swiftly dealt with.
Great.
So,
Okay, great, thanks. Right, so part of your report was saying recommendation to note the contents of the report and support the continued development of Operation Dynamo and similar size events, including the implementation of the operational improvements identified through the debrief process, which we've talked about. So,
Noted, Chair.
Noted.
Noted.
Okay. Okay.
somebody to recommend.
Okay, so can I have a proposer and a seconder for that? All those in favour? Thank you. Yeah, it's a good thing you two turned up. So, so do you want to, that's really, so this is the sort of appendix as well,
Yes.
yeah. So do we need to talk about that or is that sort of? Yeah.
Just so
Okay.
you've got
Yeah.
6-2.
Item 6.1.
now on 6.2.
So we're now on 6.2, which is to receive a written report from Ms Fiddler of the Town Clerk regarding the delivery of the New Year's Eve event and consider how to proceed. So okay. Do you want to do a sort of quick,
So it's about how we deliver the New Year's Eve event going forward. So it focuses on making sure we follow our financial rules and have a clear, fair process in place. So in the past, events have been delivered in different ways. but we now need a more formal approach so we can show transparency and value for money.
Yeah.
So the report suggests using a simple tender process, given the amount of money that's has been put aside for this. So a range of providers can then put forward ideas for a free, family-friendly event in the town centre. So, and then the town clerks.
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Fine, thank you.
Yes, so, yes, so it's basically evaluation criteria, things like quality and creativity, deliverability and experience, safety and risk management, value for money, contribution to town centre footfall and engagement. So it could either be one single year contract, or if we gave it to one organisation and they did well, presumably that means they could. Does that mean 1 and 1 means they'd have another year? What does 1 and 1 arrangement mean?
So
They would have 2 years, basically.
that's that if they perform satisfactorily, then we may well
Give them another
forego
year.
putting it out to tender and say if you're willing, you've got the contract again for the following year.
Yeah.
But then it would probably thereafter it would go back to tender.
Yeah. Okay, so obviously this is pretty self-explanatory. You've got the purpose report, background, financial and procurement framework, standing orders. Need for formalised approach, as Rebecca said, and the type of delivery we want. So family friendly, free to take part, delivery on the 31st of December, surprisingly.
If I may, Chair,
Yes.
I propose the recommendations
Yeah.
in item 7 of the report.
Okay, so the committee is asked to, one, agree that the New Year's Eve event should be commissioned through a competitive process, to approve the draft invitation to tender, which is in Appendix A over the page, and 3, delegate authority to the town centre and tourism manager to issue the tender, manage the evaluation process in consultation with the chair, vice chair, and report back with recommendations. So the only thing is, there's some highlighted bits on the appendix. So number 2, event objectives. Is there any other criteria that the committee would like to add? Should we just leave it? We can always change it.
I mean, you know, as the thing goes on, it might be up things then select.
Yeah. It is flexible, you can change it over time.
Indeed.
Okay, so maybe leave that for the moment, we can just as and when. And scope of services, requirement for collaboration with the Winter Festival organisers, include that question mark.
Yeah.
So is that going to be, that's the same thing, I mean, whether they want to work with the Winter Festival or separate to it?
Yeah.
So have that as an option.
Yeah.
Those could be options, couldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as Councillor Alban says, can I have a proposer and a seconder for the recommendations?
Would you like to second?
All those in favour? Thank you. That's great. So it gives it a fairer tendering process. Yeah. Okay. So we're back to, item 7.
There is no matters to report.
No matters to report. Yeah, why is that in there? Well, I suppose it's to show that it could be discussed.
Yes, so the town clerk wanted to, before I've done my update using the budget headings, or generally using those. And this method is using the budget headings to itemise the agenda. So it will hopefully break things down a little bit and make it a little bit easier.
Okay. So no matters to report. You're glad to hear, so that's good. Okay, item 8, beautification.
Yes, I need a bit of that.
To receive a written report from Mrs Morgan, technician manager, and note the work undertaken, consider if there are ideas for new projects. So that's report here. Members, do you want any comments or questions on Maxine's report?
I just want to say that this year the flower hanging, the baskets, and they're looking really good.
Oh, it looks really good.
Really nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Also the beans as well,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yeah.
The Cabinet Hall.
Things are being done, which is great.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, that's really good.
There's just one update. So the new machine that they
Street cleaning,
bought, they've used it and it's really effective, but they've now bought another piece that helps collect any flying debris, so it can be used in the town as well as just in wider
idea.
areas.
For the weeds and.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, so they've now
I
gone ahead and
really support that too, because I saw one of the operatives sitting with his legs cross-legged up the high street trying to get weeds out and thought, that's just not right. So, yeah,
Can make it much easier.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, technicians collected 113 full bags of rubbish.
Brilliant.
Yep, brilliant. Yeah, look, as you say, that's all the plantings.
Yeah, they're looking
really
really
pretty.
They are looking really good.
I think we had lots of water as well.
gardens well.
They're looking really nice.
I saw what you're
Yes.
doing the breaststroke.
Yes.
And the
Yeah,
other,
so go on, go on.
no, the other thing I just
Yeah.
wanted to mention is we've been doing gardeners networking thank you lunches for a few years now. I think we're in our third
Yes,
year.
we are, yeah.
But an idea Maxine had was to do something for our litter pickers as
Yeah, I
well.
think that's a really good idea.
Yeah, she did an informal one last year, but this year she did a really nice meet-up for them in May. It's another thing in May, and had a great lunch with them.
I think that's fantastic.
That's a really good idea.
Fantastic, yeah.
Good feedback from those two. Yeah.
Excellent feedback.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that's really good.
they're all volunteers, the gardeners obviously,
Yeah.
and the litter pickers.
Yeah.
But this small gesture
Yeah,
really
it
means a
does.
lot.
Yeah.
That they feel it makes them feel a bit more valued.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
I think.
which obviously they're extremely valuable.
Yearly lunch as well, which I normally do, so I will do that as well sometimes.
So is the litter pickers lump something we could do going forward? Yeah. Great.
So yeah,
That's
I
a
think
really
it was
good idea.
really successful.
Yeah.
So.
Could I just make a comment, Chair, on behalf of Councillor Crittenden, who can't be here today as the Chair, in relation to our lovely green plaque that's on Destiny
Yeah.
statue. That's one of the things that she's really pushed hard for to get that done. And I think she
Congratulate
deserves
her on
credit.
that.
I think she deserves credit
definitely.
for sticking with it.
Yes.
And getting that done, and then our technicians putting the plaque up. I think it's just brilliant.
Can we note that then?
And I think Ramsgate Society, and
They did a lot of work.
Yes, indeed, yes.
As well.
Yes, indeed.
Thanks. So the recommendation is to note the above information from Maxine's report and consider if there are any ideas for beautification to be explored.
We should look into that as it comes.
Nothing comes to mind.
A few cracks going here and there.
Bit concrete.
So, yeah, polyfiller in there. So I propose to accept noted.
Yep, proposed and seconded that it's the.
You can propose, Chair, if you like.
That's all right, it's fine.
Just to make a
So all
change.
those in favour?
Yeah.
Thank you. So that's carried. Nice pictures as well.
Lovely pictures.
Okay, that's mate. Item 9, decorative lighting. To receive a written report from Miss Fiddler, Town Clerk and RFO regarding a potential lighting project at the West Cliff Arcade and consider how to proceed. So that's 9, one of 9. So we've got the E. Saunders quote for the floodlights. So and then you've got the Laura's report as well. Item 9.1. So do you want to just go through that, Rebecca, please, quickly?
So this report, as you know, we've successfully installed the lights on the 24 arches
Yep.
in Military Road.
And they look beautiful.
They do look beautiful, and one of the other projects that's been looked at, and Maxine's been looking into this since the last budget year or financial year, was to re-establish the lighting on the Westcliff Arcade or Royal Parade, as it should be, but it's called the Westcliff Arcade Arches, which are currently not working. So she's had discussions and obviously emails exchanged with Thanet District Council and King County Council. Both have indicated no objections in principle, subject to further detail and agreements being in place. And of course, that funding would come from Ramsgate Town Council.
Of course.
The report sets out the key things members need to consider, including ownership, licensing costs, any highway and safety requirements also would need to be factored in. It also outlines estimated costs for the works and notes that additional budget may be required if the project is progressed.
Okay.
So, yes, members are asked to decide whether or to take no further action to allow officers to carry out further feasibility work.
Right, so questions, comments, members?
Personally, I would like us to investigate into that and
Yeah, I agree.
come back with that, because I think it will finish off.
Yeah.
It will finish off that access into the
Definitely.
town that way, and as you're coming down through here to
The obelisk.
Yeah.
and everything like
Yeah.
that.
And they've done all the cleaning, haven't they, TDC, of the arches themselves. It's been removed as well, so.
So
I
I
agree.
would propose that we take recommendation option B, progress.
Feasibility, yeah. So officers are authorised to obtain full technical details, including plans and electrical arrangements, confirm licence requirements from TDC, clarify costs, capital and ongoing, report back to the committee with a detailed proposal.
Yeah.
So with the quote, it says materials £2,210.23. I don't know what MEWP use is, £1,575. Anyway, labour £5,000.
Cherry picker.
Oh, cherry picker, right. So total sum is £9,185.23. So it's not going to be, the work is going to be done out of hours, is it? So we save some money doing that, or is it?
I think
We're
that
going to close
is that out of hours.
That's extra.
Yeah, and that's extra, but is that just in case it goes, you know, if you have a problem with it and then that's.
Or it could be that it was considered safer to do
it at
them
night.
at 4 a.m. or
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
because of the traffic, but it depends on the traffic management plan.
So obviously that's a cost from KCC, which,
So it would increase.
It would
yeah.
yeah. So that's not included in here presumably.
Well,
Maybe it would be.
Yeah.
Chair, I would go with that sum,
Okay.
because then if you don't need it.
Yeah, then it's less.
It's less, so I will put that sum in, so you've got that budgetary sum there.
So town RTC will supply banksman, according to Laura, so that will reduce the costs as well. So there's no VAT involved in that. So there will be VAT on top of that, but
There
anyway,
will be, yeah.
yeah. Sorry, okay, so we're going to shall we use the sum of £10,805.23?
Don't forget 23p, thank you,
Yes.
Chair. That's very good.
So if we use that and then if it's less, then
Yeah,
budget for that.
Yeah.
But if it's less, we'll see then less.
go back in the pot
Yeah,
to go
Okay.
into bulbs.
big bulbs.
Big bulbs,
Okay,
you've got
I mean,
them.
I think it's a good idea. Yeah, obviously you'd have to have a traffic management plan in place. So really, I think this money should come out of, anyway, we're going to vote on it. This money should come out of the environments that we've had. So the money from item 4, which was the budget. No, item 5 even. So we've got £27,971.99. So that money could be used out of that. Are you happy with that?
Absolutely, Chair.
Okay, so Can I have a proposal and a second for that? All in favour?
Yeah, I think the lighting was really, it made a huge difference. I mean, even like it changes the color, even Ukrainian Independence Day. Remember how it changed the color and the Ukrainian community, they loved it.
So it's different colours.
They were really happy about it.
If I could just say though, on that note, because they're on a highway, we wouldn't be able to do as we do on Military Road.
Right.
They'd still complement.
Because of the driving?
Yeah.
Yes, the highway, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That was pointed out in the report, wasn't it?
I
Okay.
think the other thing, Chair, is that if you had to have a road closure, KCC are not very quick on that.
No,
The thing, it's ages to get the road
Yeah.
closure for the
for the graffiti
graffiti.
removal. Yeah, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, is that all right? We don't have to vote on anything else here on this one. Okay, happy with that?
Yes.
Right, thank you.
It's great, isn't it?
It's good with spending money.
Let's finish.
Okay, and now we're on to 9.2, to receive a note written report from the Town Centre and Tourism Manager giving an update on the big bulbs. It
Yeah.
sounds like tulips or something.
Does. If only.
It's all Dutch.
Yeah, but it's
Well, French.
nearly.
Right on the border.
Rebecca, do you want to talk us through this one,
Yes,
please?
so members will probably remember that we had some bulbs fail quite dramatically over the Christmas period, and that caused safety concerns that led to us basically removing all of them. And since then, they have all been returned and have gone back to the supplier, which is they are a French company. They're an international company, but with a very good reputation, I might add. And there's been some toing and froing with emails chasing on a monthly, 6 weekly basis. Most recently was only 2 weeks ago. It's now been escalated to the managing director here, who I've dealt with in the past, and he's a nice chap. But at the moment, I'm afraid, is really at this stage, it's really to update you on where we're at with that, because it's obviously a considerable loss to our display, and until we know what the outcome of this is, we don't know what we can do to replace.
Chair, can I just say that I think this is unacceptable. Unacceptable by the companies, because it's their problem. They caused the problem by, they knew where they were putting them, and they knew where they were going, and they knew all kinds of all those operational things. I think this has been going on since January, February. So I think the time has come for this council to threaten legal action and to ask for our full money back.
Yeah, I agree.
And I would propose that, Chair.
I would second that, actually. So. Yes. Okay. So obviously that would be something that Laura would
Yeah, we would take legal advice.
take into account, yeah.
Obviously, just get some.
Because it's a large amount of money.
Yeah.
And also like Christmas is coming again.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So we need
Every year for some reason. I can't remember.
Thanks. So that's a recommendation to note the above information and be aware that officers are seeking to secure a full refund for the original product. A further report will be brought back to the committee once the formal response is received from the supplier to enable members to consider next steps. But that wouldn't go to full council then? That's chair.
I think town promotion can deal with that.
Right.
But I think separately, the town clerk working on that. So I think there would have to be a report coming to councils.
Okay.
Depending on what the recommendations are.
Yeah.
I think. So obviously, if we were to enter into any illegal stuff, then that's a matter for council.
Yeah, okay.
So do we want that as a proposal?
Yes, proposal from me.
Motion.
Yeah. All from you.
No, well, the chair, you,
Say from Councillor Alban, that's a
whatever. I just think that
Proposal.
we should do that with seek the legal advice first, and then if we get the good legal advice on that, then follow that legal advice, and then they would be writing to the company.
Yeah.
If they don't respond within a certain period of time, or they do respond and say, well, we're not doing anything, then we need to come to council to tell you, right, then we need to enter into the legal process or not.
Okay, so you want to propose that?
I'll propose that. Are you all right with that, Rebecca?
Yeah. So, right,
So propose that we seek legal advice and go forward with that advice.
Yeah.
within a particular time frame, maybe, or just
I think it,
see what the lawyers say.
Yeah. And then we just come to council to decide whether we back it
Full
up.
council.
Full
Yeah.
council, yeah.
And then, okay.
It's a shame though.
I know, because they look great.
Yeah.
So I'll second that. So that's
These
a
things-
proposal from Councillor Alban, and I'll second that. So is everyone in favour? Thank you.
Still need to note.
Note the update regarding the last year big bulb installation and the actions taken to date.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. You happy with that? Note that.
Yeah.
So it's
Proposal, I'll propose that, and someone to second. Councillor Ara, so all in favour? Thank you. You've been busy, you lot, haven't you? Right, okay, right.
We've not had a meeting for a while.
No, I don't think we have we? When was the last meeting? February. Yeah.
we missed the
Okay.
April one.
Yes, we did, didn't we? Yeah. Okay, agenda item 10, maintenance. No matters to report, hooray, regarding the Harbour Street Gate, decorative lighting, events, equipment maintenance or general project maintenance. So that's that. Noted, thank you. Item 11, miscellaneous support and promotion. To note that Julie Edwards, TDC Senior Tourism Officer, has now left TDC and a handover with RTC officers has taken place and 2 new VIC assistants have started. So at the last Ramsgate, active Ramsgate meeting, we thanked Julie for all her work because she's been brilliant over the years, hasn't she? She's been really fantastic.
34 years.
Yeah, I mean, you must have known her for a long time. Yeah, so she took early retirement. So,
Brilliant.
no, she was excellent. So we're going to miss her.
Yes.
So, and that's good that 2 new VIC assistants have started.
Yeah, they're excellent.
Good,
Good.
great.
Really settling in well.
Thank you. So we've noted that. Do we have to have we don't have to have
No, just
go
well, it
for
says
it.
2 notes.
2
so
notes. It's noted. Item 12, visit Ramsgate. To receive and note a written report from Mrs Dempsey. You've been waiting all this time. So your project manager provides an update on Active Ramsgate Week and the Visit Ramsgate leaflets. Thanks, Gemma.
Yeah.
Would you like to take us through that?
So the Active Ramsgate Week took place between the 25th of May and the 1st of June, which is a similar format to last year.
Yeah.
And it was decided that, given how well it's been going for the last 2 years with my predecessor Simon, that we continue most of the activities and build on them a little bit. So we had 22 activities over 8 days, and they featured 49 individual classes in between those activities. And the budget was 6,500. And looking at our 70-30 split between, visitors and our residents, that certainly the draw of bays and beaches and the kayaking, which you'd expect that visitors, that's the first thing they see rather than the yoga. But skateboarding is something that we know, obviously, our colleague Maxine is very passionate about at War Rec. And she introduced me to Kane from Scorcher Skate School in Margate, who was fantastic. and he knew the venue, so we did taster sessions, and the youngest child was 4, and he had them popping on and off from skateboard. It was wonderful to see. And we did it alongside another activity because I've met Tamara Campbell, who I know you know, she's done the Jackie Baker thing, and she's very passionate about lots of activities, and she runs maroon walks herself, but disc golf is something she's very passionate about.
Never heard of that.
I hadn't either. Been going since the 60s in America. Also known
It's called
disc golf.
list.
This, as it's, there's a picture here. You can see.
So how do you actually do it then?
So basically, it's like a frisbee, but apparently there were copyright issues calling it frisbee golf. But you use the same sort of procedure as you do with golf. Like you can only, once you hit a golf ball, you have to hit it from the same spot. But in this case, you're just flicking it.
Okay.
And we had whole families come and do it on the day, and it's really easy to pick up. And Tamara's passion is that it's something that's very accessible, very easy to maintain. These baskets, I think, were 350 quid for 3 of them. So she came fully equipped to set it up. We booked, like the procedure, as you know, for Active Ramsgate, we take a lot of bookings online and then people turn up. But there were some people just walking in and having a go because it's that easy.
Yeah.
And what was really helpful about our events in Warwick was that it was also at the same time as the neighbourhood scan took place. So that was really helpful because then those councillors and those stakeholders could see us in action with our activities and could see how much better it could become on a regular basis. So that was, I was really pleased about that. And then what else did we have? The bike rides went well again. Yes, we had fantastic feedback actually from some of the sites. Because it does go for 8 days, and it seemed on the 8th day a lot of the parents had forgotten they were back to school. So I had to negotiate with Harbour Bikes to extend it to a later return because usually it's 5 o'clock, and everybody that came on that day really appreciated it. There was one family who lived in a flat and they were like, oh, can you manage this because I'm going to pick my daughter. So there was a lot of back and forth, but they had a great time in the end. So that's what it's about. So the responses I had were really good. I mean, looking at my predecessor's takeaway, it's the same thing exists, is that there's an awful lot to do because of the nature of how we've set it up. And you know, you had the drop off because of it being a free event, and with the heat, even though it was great having the good weather, it also meant there were other things to do because, you know, what we're like, you know, it's great weather, let's do all these things. But a lot of parents were calling me and saying, my kid's too sick because they've been out in the sun all weekend. But in terms of our offering, I think something for us to, you know, talk about another time perhaps is maybe reducing the amount of things in those 8 days, but keeping a bit of the budget for doing things throughout the year, because we know that there is an issue with people's health and we want to help maintain it throughout the year rather than just kind of plopping in for that week. And I think it helps with the brand if we do satellite events. So people would know what it, because I still get asked, what is Active Ramsgate Week? And then pickleball, I was really pleased to be put in touch by Tamara with Sheena McLean, who's well known amongst the pickleball world. And a lot of people had lamented the departure of pickleball from Spencer Square, and it's now back. And so she's starting taster sessions. She's also starting sessions for women. And that was another thing we included, which is Girl Hike, which is a feminist walking group that just felt that there is need amongst walkers who are women plus, which would prefer to be a women plus group. So they came and they did a walk with us as well. So I was glad to kind of work on the great work we've had before from Simon, but also add some things to that. And things that didn't happen but got really close was working with MenCap. It's May is the National Walking Month, and they've been training up people to walk with those who have various disabilities and disadvantages. So they, for example, they've in their field work thus far, they found people love doing plaque walks, which is not something they wouldn't have thought. But I think once you have, if it's ADHD or various challenges, but you love focusing in on things, and that happened to be one thing. So their new walkers had just completed their training, and so it was a bit late to come on board. But I'd love to do that again, because again, I think it's good to be more inclusive with our Active Ramsgate Week. And basketball, I really wanted that to time in with our skateboarding, but got close, but no cigar, but hopefully next time. And I think, and Pie Factory obviously backs onto the war wreck, so I'm really hopeful we're going to be able to work on that a bit better. The other thing to report is our, well, I could talk to you a bit about the marketing. We got the support from marketing from Visit Ramsgate. Obviously it was online, and we had a section in Ramsgate Recorder. We were on Academy FM, we were on Planet News. I think we're going to do some more updated, you know, what do they call our banners, those flags?
Yeah, the feather banners.
Yeah, but we need a few more of those, I think, for next year.
Okay.
The day that, one of the days on the beach, people found it hard, and that was the day I didn't have the feather, but they couldn't find us because it's such a busy day on the beach, despite my high vis and walking up and down. But I think, you know, it was a heat haze, it was hard to kind of look through. So my key takeaways were that a lot of locals know about it, but more work can be done, and that's why I suggest we have these
Definitely.
active Ramsgate branded events throughout the year. Very positive feedback. I think that some of the quotes there are really, you know, wonderful. Particularly the lady that had her children had ASD. So again, I had a lot of email back and forth with her, and then she couldn't come because she had to work. So her mother came with Kite Pirates, and we'd had to postpone the Kite Pirates because there was no wind on the day that we booked it. I mean, it was also at timed at 10 minutes interval, so there's an awful lot of back and forth. But luckily she was able to come. It just her mother brought them, but she said it was fantastic to see how they worked. And I was there and saw it with myself, and I wish I had time to do it.
You've got to get a gigantic fan then, really.
Well, like I say, the day they postponed it to was really windy, so it was worth postponing it for the day. And the businesses were, as soon as I got in touch with them, they were really keen to take part in it. So I think, you know, these last few years, we've developed really good relationships with the local businesses, and they see the value being involved with it. And what else is there to talk about? Oh, I think it'll be onto the brochure.
Maybe we could, should we just talk about this first?
Yes.
Actually, Ramsgate first. So you were saying that maybe you're going to do a Google survey with all the participants.
Yes.
So, I mean, I think that's a really good idea, and get some feedback and how you can build on it for next year. So,
and I think Simon did that before, but what I'd like to add to this is also saying, if we did Active Ramsgate Week throughout, or Active Ramsgate events throughout, then would you attend, you know?
so building it up.
Yes.
Yes. Instead of just having it. I mean, you're saying maybe have it for 5 days rather than 8.
Maybe.
I think that's probably better. Yeah, I mean, 8 days is quite a lot, especially when you've got everything else going.
Yes.
But, yeah, sort of.
I think throughout the year would be a good idea anyway, you know, so people will know more about it.
Exactly.
And different sports can take a different time of the year.
Yeah.
You know, it's because we have summer, cold,
Yeah.
and, you know, raining and everything. So we have different weather. So you can sort of put different things at a different time of the year.
Yeah, program it.
Yeah, program it. Yeah, I think that would be really, really good.
So you're saying about the retention sort of problem because it's free. Yeah, I'll sign up for that, and then on the day think I can't be bothered.
It's a bit tricky, and
So
also,
do anything about. We
Well-
can talk about that.
I'm not sure. I mean, wearing my other hat, working on the Festival of Sound and through the senses, I've decided not to do free events or have a deposit, so that it's a reclaimable deposit, just so that people will turn up.
I think that's maybe we can do that
Don't
next.
turn up.
Yeah. Do you think?
So
Yeah,
even if it's nominal, it just makes a bit more of a commitment. I mean,
it's a couple of pounds or something, just to sort of
£5.
£5, yeah.
I think it's something definitely worth considering. Again, it adds to the admin a bit,
Yeah.
but it then hopefully gets. Yes. And I wondered another question where I thought, which I forgot to include, was whether we should limit the amount of things people can sign up for. Because I did have multiple people. You can see they just got on the computer and went, I'll take that.
Yes.
And because I was doing it on a first come, first served basis, I had to sort of then just be judicious and go, well, they've already got that. So, you know, I'm going to go back further down the list.
So what would you recommend, say, like a maximum of 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
would be good, yeah. It's what I'm thinking.
Is that some recommendations we could sort of put forward? I mean, obviously, presumably you're going to have a sort of review of the week. So what was it? So maybe have a £5 deposit for each event.
That's enough.
So is that enough or?
Yes,
But is that for a family or per person?
we have to work that out.
Yeah.
I think it should be per family.
So to be
Yeah,
confirmed.
that's fair. If you do per person, it's a lot of money.
And maybe not for all of them,
Yeah.
but maybe for the
The
ones
ones that are really popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ones that, again, to cost us money to put on.
yeah.
So there's that recommendation and, what was the other thing? What were we talking about?
Satellite fence, looking at and reducing it to 5 days. instead
5
of
days a
5
week
days
rather than
instead of
8. Yeah.
And extending the,
Yeah, how about it like doing few weekends rather than 5 days? I mean,
It could be the bank holiday weekend.
yeah, I think
and then
few weekends.
The second, like the 2 weekends over the bank holiday.
Yeah. I think that was good. So people can come in and,
Yeah, could do that. And then have other events,
Yeah,
other parts of the
yeah,
year,
yeah.
maybe.
Or even if it's Thursday or
Yeah.
Wednesday to Sunday, I suppose. Like the weekend art, again, we prefer programming it according to what else we've got going on, because I think it's also to think about our technicians and how busy they are. I didn't have to call on them too much, but I am aware that, they're already doing an awful lot.
Yeah,
I think the other recommendation was the reduce it, giving a maximum of 3 things that you can.
yes, right, that was it. Yes, please.
maximum.
Yes, good idea. I mean, is that something we can propose now, or were you going to have your sort of review first? Or
When we have the next active Ramsgate working group, because you'll have some more.
yeah, you'll have some
Results
data then.
September?
Was that September or was that July? I'm just trying to look.
Would that be to say for those things we just talked about?
Yes.
As a consideration?
For next
or-
year. Yeah,
Or that,
Yeah.
instead of, we don't want to say, do this.
as a suggestions from us to you, but
Yeah.
obviously you're going to review the whole how it all went and what feedback you've got from
And obviously then
participants.
we go on your expertise.
And you presumably write a report on how it went, a review of it. I mean, I know you've done that here, but
I think it's great.
Flesh it out.
okay. So could that come back to the next? When is it?
Next.
Oh, it's 2nd of July. Yeah, maybe.
Quite
yeah.
nice that that's so it'd be fresh.
You sure we've got time to do that though by then?
We'll have some data.
Have some
I think,
data,
won't
yeah.
you?
An initial report anyway, maybe. Would that be okay?
And then perhaps bring it back to town promotion in August.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do we want to, so it was
Well, maybe we just bring it back to the August meeting, promotion meeting.
so
Yeah.
just note for the report for now?
No,
or-
for a report for now, but ask that Gemma brings, after your review, brings back an initial report for the town promotion meeting in August.
Yeah, because it's not going to happen until next year, isn't it?
Yes,
It's
most of it.
plenty of time.
Are you happy with that?
Yes,
Do you wanna- do we have to vote on that? So we can have a
I'll
proposed and a seconder. All those in favour?
Yes.
Thank you. I mean, does that give you enough time to sort
Yeah.
of think about and gather some of the information and feedback after your Google survey and things like that?
Well, because I can include, if we were to charge for certain
Yes.
activities.
The suggestions we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Fundable deposit, just
Yeah.
to see what we get back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really helpful to have
Yeah,
that
okay.
extra.
Oh. It's raining.
It's raining minutes.
Okay, thanks, Jim. That's great. Anything else? No, for now.
Easy tiger.
Nearly there. So the next bit's the visit Ramsgate brochure. Jen, can you take us through that, please? Thank you.
So that, we're going to go with this company called Treetop Design, because they basically came back with a cheaper quote
Right.
than we had from Seaward and much quicker turnaround. And they can also do the fold out map, because again, we're expanding the active brochure to include culture and history. So it's going to be a little bit meatier than the ones we've had before.
Yeah, right.
I'm going to be working with the same designer. He's already got a lot of the photographs from before. We can cherry pick a few of those, but what's also been good is that we hired Ant Wright, who's the local videographer, Ant. And so we've got some new images to add as well.
Brilliant.
So I think that's going to be look really good. And, you know, delivery has been a bit put back because we've been a bit busy with Eurovision a bit. But hoping to get this back on track as soon as possible. So we have it for July, hopefully.
Great, that's brilliant. Can we see a sort of proof of it thing? Or-
Yes, yeah, because I'll have to provide it. Well, how would I get that? Can I email that to you?
Yeah, would that be okay?
Once it's done?
Just as a quick, you know, is that okay? Yeah. I'm about that, unless my maths are completely wrong, it's 9p a copy. That's not bad, is it? So,
And the money that we had to pay. Sorry, it's beautiful rainbow behind you. Sorry, everybody.
it's a gold.
That is beautiful.
Had to interrupt for that. Sorry. What was I going to say? We're going to have that, you know, hopefully in July. And then we've already got all the other parts of it in place. You know, the people who are going to distribute it. So it's just a matter of pressing go. So we're going to be close. Yes, I'll get a proof to you as soon as we have one done.
How do you distribute them?
It's called iVisit. So that's one of them. One company. So we use them before.
Okay.
And they basically, we pitch to them, we tell them what we've got and what we want and what the product is, and then they see, they put it in, you know, the south of London, it goes to Sussex as well as locally.
Okay, so it goes out of the district?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that's good.
And we were going to do slightly less than we did before, because I think we had 75,000 before, so this time 50,000.
Would you not go to like London stations?
They do have that. That's a bit of an extra. They can, you pay for every add-on.
That would be nice.
Seen it in service stations on the M25 before.
Yes, they have done that.
Which is good.
Yeah, I mean, I can give you all the details of what they sent.
Especially like the main few station, like King's Cross, Victoria, and what's the other one?
So Pancras.
Not the other one, the newish one. The one used for Ramsgate all the time now.
Yes, well, you've got
Thanet Parkway.
Thanet Parkway here, but from London.
St Pancras,
It's Stratford.
Stratford.
Yeah, that's the main one, I think now.
Shopping.
Everybody,
It's a shopping
a
centre.
lot of people, everybody uses that mainly, because that's the first train, isn't it?
I interrupted you.
No.
And it's just so you know, the Seawood that we had paid is basically using that money as a bank for our other printing requirements. Because we made such a saving with this other company.
But the other company, are they local?
Seawood are local, and the other company, no, they're in Sussex.
Okay.
Not too bad. No.
Unless you're driving.
Well, thanks, Gemma, that's great. Thank you for your work on those. Active Ramsgate Week and the
All the events are going so well in Ramsgate. Everybody is so happy. Everybody.
I think it's fair.
Thank you, Chair, for all your hard work as well.
I like it.
No, I think this is like everybody putting in, isn't it?
Yeah.
Putting together.
We all got to push together.
Yeah. Rebecca, and I didn't even call you because you were so tired. I said I'm going to give her a few weeks before I talk to her.
in a darkened room afterwards.
What time did you start in the morning? Like those 4 days, 5 days?
The hours, 8 a.m. to 11:30.
Well, I think that's something, as Steve says, you need to think about, because I think that's a bit too much overtime for no pay, really, but
Even if I have to come down and do it, I can't do that.
I don't know. Can we not employ some extra people?
yes, the day,
I don't know.
probably.
Yeah.
Concentrate.
Or give them some break during the daytime, so then you can start them and then come back again, have a break in between.
It's soaking the feet, I think. It's the
Definitely. Anyway, so we need a recommendation for Gemma's report was so that members note the contents. So thank you.
I think it's a very good idea, Jamal saying that, I think a good idea.
Okay, so item 13. I think we're nearly there. Right. To receive a written report from the town centre and tourism manager about
Who's that then?
projects carried forward regarding the lamppost banners. Yes. Consider if this project should be progressed with further quotes on alternative projects should be considered. So, Rebecca, would you like to take us through this one?
So, yes, so this is a proposal that we've already approved and it's been carried forward. This will be the third year. But it's installing these decorative lamppost banners in the town centre, and in fact, they would be, the locations would be Royal Parade, and the station. And partly it's because they're good places, but also I happen to know that those particular lampposts have passed previous stress tests. So stress testing, as Councillor Orban mentioned, is done through Kent County Council, and it costs over £1,000 to however many, starting with a minimum of 12. So there's 12 I've identified, but I've stalled that application in lieu of the costs that have increased substantially since we first proposed this, which are detailed in the report. So originally we had set aside £3,500. At the moment, the costs are just shy of £8,500. But members also should be aware that there's potentially ongoing maintenance costs that, consider the big bulbs, for example. Once they went into York Street and the wind, the wind really does whip down that particular street, was the
wind tunnel.
Depending on where you put banners. And I don't know if you remember when I did the Van Gogh summer event and I put banners up on the Churchill Tavern and renamed it the Van Gogh Pub. And they shredded within a couple of weeks just because of the wind. So it just, there are obviously ways to look at trying to reduce that from happening so quickly. But according to the installers, you just never know whether or not something's going to last a few months or a year. But it would be sensible to suggest we would need to set aside £1,000 a year just to keep on top of them. I will say that the Moor 2 banners survived quite well when they were in those locations. But so that's one, just an update on that project that you've all been aware of. But then one of the other things I've been thinking about was where we have funded, you probably remember Hold Creative had their working with local artists, and they used that sort of like almost like fly posting paper, but created these lovely colourful art. So it was like almost pasted on. Well, it was pasted on like you would a fly poster for Dreamland, but covering the whole windows and also covering E-Coombs. E-Coombs has now been let, so we're hoping that things will move forward there, and it doesn't need these. But New Look is a different,
as we know,
a different problem, being so big, and but we do sometimes have the ear of the agents for the owner, and this might be an idea that he would be happy to take forward, and it's to create some more like window decals, like you get.
What's decal?
You know, like when you, it's all called shop wrapping, where it might be a branding, to do with sales, but what I'm thinking is,
so it'd be the whole of the frontage.
Be the whole front window, but if, and this is an idea that's sort of been mooted before, creating a giant map And that map could plot all our green spaces, which is a big thing at the moment when people visit towns. They like to know where the green areas are. So pocket parks are now, I think they're calling it a green loop. So they like to know where they can find these spaces to chill out in.
Good idea.
And also our attractions.
They used to be called hubs.
You probably can't list those because it would be, we have a great amount of pubs still in Ramsgate, so. But there's a potential that it could almost be like a giant version of our RAMI map. But we know that it's almost, in fact, the last time I printed it, one of the shops at least had changed hands within the 3 weeks it was waiting to be distributed. So those things happen. But what doesn't happen is the shape of Ramsgate and hopefully our attractions. So it's something that could be considered that would fall well within the 3,500 budget.
Yep.
So it was just really to let members know that there is an alternative that would fit the original budget. And then there's the following recommendations.
Well, I think we should do both actually, but both the new look thing and the banners. But what do you think? Or would you think one or the other?
You have yours first.
Well, we've got enough money for both actually.
Yeah, I understand that, but
From the environments, from the licence budget.
Yeah, may I also suggest that as we have some money left, can we put some buntings in the town centre?
We can
I mean, that really makes a huge difference.
we can't do that on this side tonight.
No. It could be something we discuss at the next visit,
meeting,
Ramsgate.
bring it to the next meeting.
Can we make a note of that, please? I think that would look, it always looks really nice.
And that wouldn't cost that much, presumably.
Yeah, well, I think we had it done before, so I don't know, Rebecca might have the idea how much.
Okay,
If I may,
do you
Chair,
wanna-
I'm quite supportive of the lamppost banners.
Yeah, I think it's a good
really-
idea.
that's really good. I don't know about this installation on the new building, but I'm just trying to think of where else I've seen something like this, but
Okay.
will it look,
Yes, probably.
I'm just trying to look in my mind's eye where the new look building is and what's either side of it. I mean, is it just going to basically stand out like a sore thumb or
Do you think it will beautify it?
or will it?
Because it's part of, if I may, because it's part of our RAMI route.
Yeah.
Funded the Orange, the Raven, coming down from the station to the harbour. It's almost,
Will it be
it's
in those
almost
colours?
central.
Yeah.
And there will be
It's all
nods to
similar,
that
yeah.
because you remember we also funded the mural that's on a permanent mural. So there'll be a nod to the Raven, so it will link with the map that they've picked up from the station.
So what you would want to do with that is mapping out. It'll basically be a map of the window,
Green
basically a
spaces,
map
I
of
think. Yeah.
open spaces or whatever it
It will be a map of Ramsgate, but it will have things like the lighthouse.
major things on it.
And,
Yeah.
yes,
Okay, then go on. Sway me.
Anything is better than how it is now.
Sway me, baby.
Well, the only thing is say we agree this and then 2 months later you look, rent it out for somebody else.
so, so.
Well, that'd be
all of it is subject to.
nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think,
Wouldn't it be wonderful, wouldn't it?
I think.
Yeah. So may I then suggest, Chair, or propose that as recommendation 4 in the report to consider approving both
Yeah.
projects.
I second that.
Yeah, I agree.
I third that in motion.
Okay, so do you want to put, we agree that
Yeah.
proposal?
Agreed, Chair.
So that will come, well, also the funding for it will come out of the environment,
Out of last year's.
budget. So we have
That's great.
carry forward reserves of £36,471.99p. So we've done the costing for the arches,
Yeah.
lights, so now this will be another costing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Well done, Chair.
And that's,
Great.
that's go to full council,
I think once you've, if it's, or
both.
GP,
F and GP.
maybe GP.
Well, Laura's saying the report for the budget, it says to be made to the council as to where the money should be used.
Okay, well, she'd say council when it goes to council.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just thinking if the chair of F and GP was here, he might say, would it come to F and GP, but as the town clerk said, goes to council, goes to council.
Okay. All right, thank you. And then I supporting date and time of next meeting, the 12th of August at 7 p.m. So thank you very much,
No,
everybody.
thank you, Chair.
And I'll close the meeting at 8:31 or something. 8:30 something.
8:31.
8:31. You okay? So any more? Oh, sorry, I've got. Sorry. Okay. Also, sorry, I've opened the meeting again. Consider whether to approve the quotation and any additional funding required to deliver the lamppost banner scheme. So that's what it, can I have a proposal and a seconder for that?
Second, yeah.
Okay. All those in favour? Agreed. Note the estimated ongoing maintenance costs of approximately £1,000 per year for the banners.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're happy with that.
Yeah.
Consider the alternative option of a window decal installation on the new look building subject to the relevant permissions. So I have a proposal and a second for that.
Could I just say, Chair, that item 4 covers all of that,
Yeah. Okay.
which we already voted on.
So we voted on item 4, which is there's a bit at the end somewhere. Yes. So we've approved both budgets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apologies.
So we've approved both projects. Yeah.
I think it was the noting of the fouls and the maintenance, so,
Okay. Thank you.
okay, and you've already said
That's
the
me.
next meeting.
Yes, then. So I'll close the meeting at 8:32. Thank you.